Bridget, and thank you for joining in and watching my show. I have a show that is not for everybody, only for people of interest. I would like to talk about abuse in the family. A lot of parents are spanking their children, and a lot of young adults don't know how to take care of their children. They get mad and very angry. If you spank your child, what are you doing to your child? First of all, you're hurting your child. When you hurt your child, they get mad, then they get angry, then they get destructive, and as they get older, they get out of control, and they become very, very aggressive and very negative, and they end up being hurting themselves or someone else. Husbands and wives are cheating on their spouses. What happens? They get hurt, they get mad, they get angry, they get out of control, and they kill their spouses. A lot of this is happening because they do not know how to control their anger. And when you're angry, you don't react. You stay in control. Keep calm. It's the exercise you have to do with yourself all the time. Stay calm. Do not react, because negative energy is toxic. If you're in an environment has a lot of toxic, a lot of negative environment, you have to be strong and do not be negative. Try to be positive and keep calm and stay in control, because if you get out of control, you lose, it wins, because it will control you. But if you control it, you win and it loses, and you will become more positive in your spirit, and you will be going into the universe. But if you're negative, you will be dead weight, and you will be staying here for the end, because the end is very close. How many bombs do we have today? How many bombs did we have 20 years ago? And how many bombs are we going to have in 20 years? We will not have a future as long as we are building more bombs and more bombs. Mother Nature is sick, and she's on the way to self-abortion. War is not a solution. It adds to the problem. This is why the world is in bad shape nowadays, because there's so much negative energy. It's just being self-destructive. The name of the school teacher is called Rosita. And Rosita is a rosebud. Her head is the bud, and the rest of her body is green, and her arms are green, and her hands are green also. And it's big old leaves. And at her knees down is her roots. So Mrs. Rosita is teaching the class, and in the classroom, all the little children are all ready and eager to learn, because it's the first day of school, and everybody's all ready to learn. So after the school bell rings, Rosita goes, "Okay, children, calm down. We are now going to start our class." So everybody has to calm down. And so after the bell rang, everybody was all quiet and trying to settle down and calm down. And then it got very, very quiet. And then the door opened. It was Wilta. Wilta's a meanie willow tree. And she was very sad. And she walked all the way to the back of the classroom. All the way to the back, and she sat to the last chair in the last row. And everyone looked at each other and they said, "What's wrong with Wilta? We don't know why she's sad." And she's sad, but why? It's the first day of school. Everyone should be happy and ready to learn. But now Wilta, she's sad. So they were concerned and they wanted to find out why Wilta was sad. So after school was out, all the little flowers gathered around the schoolyard and they said, we're going to follow Wilta home and find out why is she so sad. There she goes. There goes Wilta. Hurry, let's go. Let's go follow Wilta home. Let's see what's wrong with Wilta. So all the little flowers starts hopping around. They went following Wilta home. They saw a big tree, so they hide behind the tree. Then they saw a big picket fence, so they hide behind the picket fence, hoping that Wilta would not catch them following her home. And then they hide behind the bushes. And while they were hiding behind the bushes, they were watching Wilta go home. And then Wilta looked down and there was a picket fence. And then she looked down and she picked up a little stick. And when she got the little stick, she put it against the fence. And when she goes ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta against the fence. And she starts singing this little song. My house is not a home. I have no love. I have no joy. I have no peace. I'm all alone. Just me. I have no friends. I'm all alone. And then when she walked into her yard, and then a big flower comes out of the house of the doorway, busting out of the doorway. Wilta, Wilta, what took you so long? You should have been here a long time ago. What did you do? Take your time walking home? Hurry up, get in the house. He grabs Wilta and throws her in the house. And the mother flower says, you leave Wilta alone. And the big father flower says, you want some of this too? And then the door slammed. And all the little flowers were hiding behind the bushes. They jump up and they say, monster, monster, because they've never seen anything like this before. And to different directions all the way home, screaming, monster, monster, all the way home. And Mrs. Daisy was outside looking for little Daisy. Where's my little Daisy? Where's my little Daisy? She couldn't find little Daisy. And then she saw Daisy running at a distance. And she was so scared. And Mother Daisy goes, what's the matter? What's the matter? What took you so long? Are you okay? Are you okay? And little Daisy said, I just saw a monster, monster. And Mother Daisy said, you see, you should come straight home. Bad things could happen to you if you don't come straight home. As soon as school is over, you come straight home. You see what happens if you don't come straight home? And Mother Daisy grabs little Daisy with her big, big leaf and holds her in her arms. And she says, little Daisy, you don't have to worry now. You're at home now, and Mother and Daddy will take good care of you and keep you safe. So don't worry, you're fine now. And Mother Daisy took little Daisy and put her in the flower bed and tapped her down, little roots inside the soil, so they can be nice and strong tomorrow, and fed her some water and some plant food. And little Daisy was all calm and ready to go to sleep. Not go to sleep, pats the soil around the plant and says, go to sleep, little Daisy, because you have to be nice and fresh in the morning to learn when you go to school.